Hello, I want to share some thoughts from this book, Religion and Your Wellbeing. This is a book that is meant to help us utilize religious indoctrination to promote human dignity and well-being. For instance, when God said that, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. We are being given the impression that God delights in the well-being of the human being. God delights in the happiness, in the peace of mind, in the satisfaction, the mental well-being, the emotional well-being, the physical well-being, the longevity, the prosperity of the human being. So that one of the ways that you can appreciate God is to ensure your well-being, is to grant that wish. He says, I wish above all things that you will prosper, be in health, even as your soul prospers. One of the ways you can appreciate God, honor God, is to grant that wish by you ensuring your well-being. And this is because you are trying to honor God's efforts towards ensuring human well-being. We know that God created a human being in his image, gave us dominion over the earth, gave us earth resources, asked us to rule over the earth. So it means that he has given us the permission to create survival for ourselves, to make a living. He has given us permission to create well-being for ourselves, to create a good life for ourselves, and not to live a substandard life. So you want to impress God. You want to appreciate God. You want to honor God. Use the abilities that he has given you by creating you in his image. Use the resources that he has given you. Obey the instructions for you to have dominion over the earth and rule over the earth by creating well-being for yourself and for other people. We know God protects us from evil, fighting the devil on our behalf. We know God gives us instructions, tells us what to do, what not to do. And the purpose is to protect us from evil, to ensure our well-being. These are efforts God puts into ensuring human well-being. And he takes away all our excuses not to enjoy well-being by reminding us not to worry, not to be anxious, not to be afraid, to cast our cares on him because he cares for us, to give thanks and everything, practice contentment, to rejoice in the Lord always. He's trying to tell us that we should not base our well-being, peace of mind, happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction on external factors, on money, human respect or human honor, prestige, fame, power, based it on pleasure and many other things. He has taken away all our excuses by telling us to rejoice in the Lord always. So we know the mind of God, the overall mind of God towards humanity is that he wants us to enjoy well-being, to enjoy mental well-being, to enjoy emotional well-being, to enjoy peace of mind, to enjoy physical health, and so on and so forth. With this mindset of God towards humanity, this good intention of God towards humanity to see us enjoy well-being. If you are not ensuring your well-being and you are rather making excuses, you are not appreciating God's efforts enough. It is just like parents who make efforts to ensure the well-being of their children by providing for them. They give them shelter, clothing, food, provide for them in many ways, and also protect them from evil, sickness, and so on and so forth. And these children are not representing the parents' wishes, which is well-being. So you have these children, they are not representing happiness, they are not representing peace of mind, they are not representing physical health, and they are always complaining, disgruntled, they are dissatisfied, they are angry, and so on. The parents should be wondering, are we not doing enough? Or what more could we do to make these children happy? So in the same way, if we look at the investment God has put into humanity and what it continues to do for humanity to ensure our happiness, our peace of mind, our well-being, and then we are rather thinking that God is behind our misfortunes and enjoys our suffering and is the reason why we may get sick and so on and so forth. I don't think that we are representing the mind of God properly. If you still doubt how much God wants you to be happy, think about heaven. Think about the well-being that heaven promises. Heaven is supposed to be a place of supreme bliss. There is no suffering in heaven. There is no pain, no discomfort. There are no threats to human well-being in heaven. So you are supposed to be enjoying eternal bliss, eternal joy, eternal happiness. Meaning that the happiest you can get on earth cannot be compared to the happiness that heaven promises. And this is God's idea of ultimate happiness for you. So it cannot be that God's idea of happiness for you is heaven. It's what heaven promises. And yet he's jealous of the happiness you have on earth. It cannot be. The happiness you could ever have on earth will always be inferior to the happiness heaven promises. So the little happiness, peace of mind, satisfaction, comfort that you enjoy on earth is not a threat to God. It does not make God jealous. Okay, so God is not jealous of your happiness. So don't be thinking that there must be happiness interspersed with suffering here and there. And some people think that if you don't suffer in life, or if you're not suffering, you're not in pain and that kind of thing, you cannot appreciate happiness. If you think that way, when you go to heaven and there's no suffering, there's no pain, how are you going to enjoy happiness? All right. So you can have a foretaste of what heaven looks like on earth by ensuring your well-being, ensuring your happiness, and so that you can enjoy heaven on earth. And then when you go to heaven itself, you're going to enjoy heaven there as well. All right. So you want to impress God. You want to make God happy. You want to honor God. One of the ways is to ensure your well-being, because God delights in your well-being.